What is growth on Twitch? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Is it something you can measure on a graph like this or this? That is the question that I'm going to try to answer for you in this video, but it's going to be a little complicated. So stay with me here. Let's dive into it. Before we go any further, all this week, my friend Birdkeeper Toby and I have been raising money for Stand Up to Cancer. I did a full Twitch Sings broadcast in a full face of makeup and with these shiny nails, which I haven't had a chance to take off yet, and all sorts of stuff like that. The link is below if you'd like to make a donation. It's an amazing cause. We've managed to raise £6,000 so far at time of recording. We're hoping by the end of the weekend to hit 7,500. You can also enter our giveaway to win this Xbox controller with all the Stand Up to Cancer branding on it, along with 2 copies of Xbox Games Pass Ultimate, 6 months, and also a copy of Pokemon Sword or Shield with all of the expansion stuff on. The links will be in the description. Gleam link for the giveaway, Just Giving link for the donations. But let's jump into the point of the video. And I think that this is going to be a pretty helpful video, again, for creators on the platform in particular, who are struggling to find their footing and sort of struggling to know what to do next, or rather struggling to work out if they're doing the right thing because they feel that they're not growing. One of the first videos that I made on this YouTube channel, which was originally titled The Problem with Affiliate, and I think I changed the name to Why You Became a Worse Streamer after getting affiliate, or why affiliate made your stream worse. Card up above, of course. But the TLDR and the point of that video is that you sort of hit affiliate and then it's sort of like, well, now what? I've averaged 3 viewers, I got 50 followers, great, but how do I get from there to an average of 75 viewers for Twitch Partner? That is a big difference. Because at the end of the day, anyone with a few brain cells to rub together can hit affiliate. That's not me trying to be harsh. That is just a fact. You can open up your stream on a couple devices or get a friend or a parent or something to open up your stream on one of their devices and just follow a bunch and you'll get there. Not that that's something I'm advising. I'm just saying anyone can hit affiliate. It's not hard. But not anyone can hit partner. It takes a lot of work. Not as much work now as it used to take back in my day when you're actually supposed to be getting 500 concurrent viewers before you'd be considered for partnership. But now that bar is down at 75. So I guess the big question is, how do you get to that key 75 number? And how do you know if you're moving in the right direction? Now, the first wave of doubt, or the first critical flaw that a lot of Twitch streamers look at when they're looking purely at growth on Twitch is followers. Now, I've been touting for the last couple months that I think followers are a completely meaningless number. There is very little that you can glean from the amount of followers you have. I, for example, am on about 8,500 followers on Twitch. However, only just over 1,500 of those have come since I resumed streaming back in March. The other 7,000 all followed me back when I was a full-time Hearthstone streamer back in 2015. Therefore, I do not have as many viewers as you would expect from someone with 8,500 followers. That's not unusual in the slightest. People follow on Twitch all of the time without having any intention of watching again, especially people that come from raids. A lot of the time, raiders will give you a polite follow and then never go back again. And apparently in some cases, they'll even unfollow at the first opportunity after as well. At the end of the day, it costs nothing to follow someone on Twitch in the same way that it costs nothing to subscribe to someone on YouTube. So you tend to find that people just do it regardless as to whether or not they're actually planning on watching your content. That being said, I saw a compelling argument in a YouTube video just a couple days ago where I believe it was SFand who said, actually, it does mean something. Followers is like your acceleration. So speed is your view account, your active concurrent view account. That's how fast you're going. Followers is your acceleration. In theory, if you're getting a lot of followers right now, like today, if you streamed and got 50 followers, that means you did pretty well in your stream today. You had a lot of eyeballs on the stream, a lot of people following. Some of them may come back. You're moving pretty fast, or you're speeding up. That's your acceleration. If you then have 70 viewers and maybe next week 80 viewers, you accelerated thanks to all of the followers and you got a slightly higher concurrent viewership. Followers definitely is not the be all and end all, but passive followers is something you can measure. The amount of follows that you get on a day-to-day basis while streaming is a sign of how well you're doing, how much you're engaging the new audience that you're getting, how well your marketing strategies are working. Do you have a YouTube channel that's drawing people to your stream? If yes, maybe you're getting some passive follows from that, and that's a good sign. These are people that may at some point check out your stream. But if you have a huge YouTube channel and you use that to promote the stream, and you stream all the time, and you've always got new viewers going in and old viewers going out, and yet you still have a pretty low concurrent viewership on Twitch, and you're not getting any followers on a day-to-day basis from your YouTube channel, something there isn't quite right, and you should probably look into that. However, all of that being said, followers really is not the statistic that you should be staring at when trying to determine your own success. The road to affiliate sort of gives that misrepresentation that followers is important. You know, you can't be an affiliate until you hit 50 followers. This is a big deal. It's not a big deal. Much in the same way that as time goes on, the amount of subs you've got on YouTube is becoming less and less of a big deal. Like, yeah, it's a cool number to show off. Maybe someone will sponsor you because your follower number is absurdly high, but it doesn't actually mean that people are going to watch your content. So the next obvious thing to look at when it comes to growth is concurrent viewership. This is king. How well you are doing on Twitch is very closely linked to your concurrent viewership. How many viewers did you have on average today? Did you have the 3 concurrent viewers that it takes to get affiliate? If so, cool. Is your concurrent viewership building up slowly over time? Back in the past, it was pretty easy to make your concurrent viewership grow over time because the platform wasn't as congested. But because there are a lot of streamers on Twitch now, there's a lot of competition, it can be pretty difficult to see that concurrent viewership going up. Again, unless you're working on something like a YouTube channel outside of your streams, which you can use to draw people in. There is some sort of algorithm on YouTube now that does, in theory, bring people to your stream. I actually semi-regularly have people pop into my stream and say, hey, you appeared in my recommended. I still don't know exactly what that means or where they come from or how they come from there or what Twitch is doing to recommend my content, but at least there's something that exists there. But ultimately relying on Twitch alone to get more viewers without having external help, external marketing, that kind of thing, it's not a strategy that's going to work for you. More on that in most of my other videos. So in an ideal world, we want to see our concurrent viewership going up over time. How much do we want to see it going up by? Well, that is entirely up to you. When I returned to streaming this year, my plan, my hope, my ambition was that my concurrent viewership, my monthly average concurrent viewership, would be going up month by month. And at first it was. From March to April, it rose by about 10 viewers on average. From April to May, it rose by about 10 viewers. And again, over the next month. But then it started to stagnate a little bit. And from June until September, basically my monthly average viewers was stuck between 45 and 49. That was a pretty bad feeling, but it's because I'd set myself unrealistic expectations. I somehow thought that I was going to just keep this snowball growing and growing and growing and keep building concurrent viewership over time. What I hadn't thought about is that there's a lot of external factors. For example, lockdown coming to an end, children going back to school, that stuff really hurt my stream. Changing my stream schedule slightly at certain points as well, mixing up the days that I was streaming and shortening the length of my streams also hurt my viewership. These are fairly obvious things that will hurt your viewership, but there's so many exterior factors. Maybe it was a particularly sunny day in the UK, and if most of your viewers are from the UK, maybe they were outside. There are so many things that can affect your concurrent viewership in a bad way. So looking at your concurrent viewership one day and thinking, oh, my viewership's lower than usual today, that's not necessarily a sign that your stream is failing. Off days are a fact of life for everyone with all things. And as I talked about in this video, link up here, over there somewhere, as I talked about in that video, you probably shouldn't really stream with your viewer count up. I've had some really weird streams recently. I mean, my stream has been popping off due to the charity stuff that I've been doing. And today, I had my view count open, just pure curiosity. And genuinely, every 5 minutes, it was jumping between 85 viewers and 60 viewers, and back again, and back to 85, back to 60, back to 85, 65, 80, 60. It was weird. Like literally, I'd be looking at the view count, and I'd drop 15 viewers like that. And then minutes later, it'd be back up again. I don't know what was going on, but that persisted through the entire stream today. And it's just not intelligent to watch that kind of thing. You don't want to be looking at your viewer count and notice that like 10% of your audience has just decided to leave. That's not a good feeling. At the same time, you don't want to be looking at your viewer count, seeing it's risen by 20 and think, oh, I should put in more effort now, because you should already be putting in that effort. Watching your viewer count isn't a smart thing to do. Looking at your viewer count after the fact for the stats to try and digest if you were doing well or what works and what doesn't, that is an intelligent thing to do. Sort of. Now look, the thing is about stats is that You can dramatically influence the outcome based on what you're putting into the machine. For example, if I go onto one of my favorite websites for Twitch stats, Sullied Gnome, if I click on my summary, and if I set the criteria as 7 days, you will see that my average viewership is 206. My average viewership's not 206. That's nonsense. I do not have 200 viewers on an average day. If you scroll down further, you'll see my graph for this week, where you will see one big old lump there. And that's because I was on front page of Twitch that day. So I averaged 2,000 viewers. The rest of the week, since then, I've been averaging between 80 and 100. So that average of 200 viewers, that doesn't really tell you anything useful. In fact, because that one day was so ridiculous, all of my stats on this website have been messed up. Even if I look at the last 30 days, it's going to say my average viewership was 110. And if we look at our 30-day chart, it's pretty clear here that there is one exception to the rule, and that the rule has me down at 60, 50, maybe even sometimes 30. Raids also dramatically mess up your stats. If you average 4 viewers and one day you get a random raid for 100, that's going to mess up your stats. And it's so hard to separate that kind of thing if you're using a website like Sullied Gnome to try and work out what your viewership's like and whether it's trending up or down. Raids ruin that kind of thing. Not that there's anything wrong with raids, of course. I'm so happy every time I get raided. But yes, it does mess up my stats. But the point I want to make here is that you cannot rely on your concurrent viewership or your stats to give you an idea of your growth. Concurrent viewership is great and all, but it can fluctuate dramatically. And even if next week I'm back down to 30 viewers again, I feel like I have grown as a streamer and a creator, and in terms of my success, based on what's happened this week, even if my viewership is down next week. So what's the answer then? How do you measure your growth? I've told you follower numbers no good, viewer numbers no good, and I'm gonna say this and I'm not gonna explain it because I feel like there's no real need, but sub count isn't really any good either. I mean, sub count is a great demonstration of how much money you're making on Twitch, but there'll be weeks where your viewers are generous and weeks where your viewers aren't so generous. That happens. I had 450 subs a couple months ago. Now I've got less than 60. It happens. Good months and bad months. And I'm a far better creator now than I was a few months ago when I was getting all of those subs. So what is the answer? The answer is you. How have you grown? What have you done that's made your content better? When you look back at your most recent stream, do you think that you made good content? Are you proud of the work you've been doing? Regardless of how many people watched, what do your friends think? Real life friends, friends that you've met in various communities on Twitch, what do they think of the work you've been doing? Do they offer encouragement? Do they give you feedback, advice? Do you give them feedback, advice? Do you feel fulfilled after a stream? Forgetting about the numbers, did you have fun? How many regulars do you have? What sort of reputation have you built? Oh, I said it. I said the word that is the key to this whole video. Reputation. Anyone can stream on Twitch, but not everyone has the same reputation as each other. A lot of people have looked at my stream this year and been confused as to why I have been able to grow at a pretty good rate while they've been struggling a little more. Why am I sometimes able to get 60, 70 viewers without a raid, whereas others are struggling to get to 20 when they've been streaming for as long, if not longer? It all comes down to reputation and reputational growth. I work hard on my content. I've worked hard on my set behind me. I've worked hard to create an environment where I can work most effectively. I've worked hard to make friends and make colleagues within video games and the esports industry. And I've worked hard on my job as an esports commentator and host, which very much ties into streaming. There is a reason that when I tweeted today asking advice about office chairs and advice that people have about the Herman Miller ergonomic ones, there is a reason that 2 of the people that replied to my tweet are Frank, who is the game lead for Brawl Stars at Supercell, and Drew Higby, who is the esports lead for Hearthstone at Blizzard. That is because I have spent years working in the industry, forming friendships, trying to impress people that I've been working for, and building relationships. There is a reason that I get semi-regular raids from Wardy, who is a huge StarCraft commentator, streaming every day with hundreds and hundreds of views. There is a reason that Birdkeeper Toby raids my stream at every opportunity that he gets. And only part of that reason is that we're real life friends. The other part is He respects my content. He respects the work that I put in. And he has seen how committed and how dedicated I am to making the best content possible. Would he prioritize me if I streamed once or twice and didn't put any effort in? I mean, maybe, but he wouldn't raid me anywhere near as often as he does, and he wouldn't talk so highly about me to his friends and to his viewers. Okay, I realize that this is starting to sound like I'm starting to just blow my own trumpet. That's not the point of this at all. What I want to say is that your reputation amongst colleagues, friends, and viewers is important. If you have thousands of people that respect you and respect your content, even if they don't watch you every single day, they might tune in occasionally. Of course, I'd rather have viewers that hang out every single day, and the few that do hang out in my stream every single day are so important to me, and I'm so honored that that's how they choose to spend their time watching my content. But I have a lot of viewers that I've sort of gathered over the years that will tune into my stream maybe once a month, twice a month, some once a week, consistently throughout the time that I'm streaming. And if you think about it, the more viewers that you have that do that, the more viewers that you will have every single day. Genuinely, there are hundreds of people that tune into my stream, maybe not every single day, but from time to time, hundreds and hundreds. And if I hadn't been building up my reputation over the years, a lot of these people wouldn't know I exist, and that would be hundreds of viewers in the course of a month that don't watch my stream. Reputation really is everything. Building your reputation is important. Show that you're willing to work hard and willing to improve, and people will want to help you. People will want to raid you. Viewers will want to watch you. And that, I believe, is the best way to measure your growth on Twitch. It's all about reputation. After all, if people watch you and don't think much of you and leave and never mention you to anyone, you're not going to grow very quickly. Maybe after this charity event that I'm doing this weekend, I go back down to being 40 or maybe even 30 viewers. That number will go back up again if I keep working hard. Maybe it'll fluctuate. That's okay. I'll get there. And if you work hard, you will too. And don't forget, a big part of building your audience comes from getting people to follow you to other platforms. Twitter, Instagram, and especially YouTube is so important as a Twitch streamer. That's all part of this reputation thing. If you have a huge YouTube channel, you already have a good reputation and viewers will follow you over to Twitch. But that's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you think. How do you measure your growth on Twitch? Make sure you check out my videos that are linked all around the screen. They should help you out as well. But in the meantime, I'll see you in the next one.